Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. Pots and Petals here, everything garden and allotment related. Now it is a sunny day, but we've got quite a bit of wind and there's a lot of people doing mowing and strimming today, so probably not the best day for filming. But I've got a bed behind the poly house which needs a good weed, a good sorting out, and we'll see if we can sow something in there as well. The onions and the garlic, they seem to be dry, so we'll see if we can sort those out to take home. And the seating area just over there is a bit of a state, so we're going to have a bit of an organisation over there as well. And the weeds seem to be growing, so where I sowed quite a few seeds a few weeks ago, we've got quite a lot of weeds germinating, so we'll just go in there and tidy those up as well. So come on, let's get stuck in and see what we can get cracking on with. So before we go sowing any seeds, we are going to give this a nice watering in so that those seeds have got a lovely moist bed to get those roots into once they do germinate. But we've got two lots of seeds today. So we've got purple sprouting broccoli, early purple. Now it does say July, we're right at the end, but I do find that these can bolt in the heat. So now that the longest days are well and truly over, these should do pretty well. And then we've got some kale as well, scarlet, which is a red purple variety. You can sow those in August. So this is just going to be a nursery bed, and once they've grown 3 or 4 leaves, then we can then transplant them into their final bed. That's one bed, nice and tidy, and we've even managed to sow a few seeds as well. Now I was going to think about taking the leeks up, but there's still bees and all sorts of insects over them, so we'll keep them in for a little bit longer. Alright, come on, let's give this area a real nice tidy up. Voila, and there we go guys. Looks a lot more neater, a lot more organised, and I can actually relax when I take a break now. I don't think I've shown you this little guy yet, but this is the apple lemon or lemon apple cucumber. It did take quite a while to fruit compared to the standard cucumbers. When looking carefully at the plant, I've actually got quite a few little ones on the go. So we've got that little diddy one down there, and we've got quite a few as we start to come down the vine. So it shouldn't be too long and we should have a few lemon apple cucumbers on the go. Cucumbers are looking a little bit limp on both sides, and this looks a little sickly, so we're going to give them a water and then a good feed as well. Don't forget, if you are giving your plants a feed, they don't like a really dry soil, so give it a little dampening down first of all and then give it your nice water feed. I know a few of you got in touch about these because I thought that they were going to be patty pans, but I think you are right in that they're going to be either roast potato or mashed potato squash, but they're coming on quite well. This plant's got 3 and I think the other one's got 2. The squash patch is doing what it should be and taking over absolutely everywhere. We seem to have little vines coming out left, right and centre, and we've got quite a few cheeky curry in there as well. No fruits on the patty pan yet, but you can see that it's given off lots of male flowers. So what that will do is once they start to bloom, as soon as bees start to use them, the plant will know that there's enough pollinators in the air to start putting out the female flowers, which will have the fruit on them. We've just popped into the shed because it's blowing an absolute gale outside. These are the onion and the garlic that I harvested, and if you watch previous videos you'll know that I didn't have a very good harvest this year, as you can see by the size of these garlic, and these are the biggest ones I could find. They are tiny, so we're going to have to buy some new bulbs next year, and the onions didn't do too well either. These are probably the 5-6 biggest bulbs I could find, so all new next year, and I'm going to find a brand new planting spot for them as well. You'll know when your onions are ready to take home and store away once they've started to go all nice and dry and all the green has started to die off. So you need to leave as many layers of skin on your onion as possible, because this is basically its own packaging. Each layer of skin over time, as it dries out, gets tighter and tighter against the onion bulb, and eventually where my thumb and finger is right now, that creates an airtight lock and packages the onion inside, stopping it from going bad. That's why I don't touch the skins until I know that it's completely dry and ready to store away, because I know the more skin layers that it has, the more protection it's got. These should store away nicely for quite a few months into the winter. So let's give these a nice quick tidy up so that we can take them home and store them away nicely. I'm just going to trim the roots down at the bottom. Don't get too close to the basal of the plant because you could create some damage later on. And this still is a little bit wet, so I'm not going to take it right off. We'll leave it there. And we'll just take a couple of these really crispy layers off. Just give that a twist, and that'll be alright to come home. We'll probably eat that one first. So that's a really nice example of where the onion is completely dried, and you can see that it's created that nice vacuum lock, keeping the fresh onion nice on the inside for you. Now it's the same with the garlic, so we're just going to take the roots off and give them a little trim on top. That garlic might be diddy, but that aroma is absolutely beautiful. So that's all we've got time for today, folks. It's now starting to piddle it down, so I'm going to start heading home. It's actually been quite a productive weekend this weekend. We've got quite a few bits done. I'm going to try and pop down maybe Wednesday, Thursday, because a few of the carrot seeds don't seem to have germinated very well. So I just want to fill in some of those gaps and maybe just get a couple of other things sown as well. I hope you've had a lovely week wherever you are in the world, and I hope you even have a better week ahead of you, and I'll see you all again very soon. So take care, guys. Bye bye.